Yeah, that husband of hers, he better not ever mess up. Because she look like she will choke the life out of any man.
She keeps him in check.
Does she?
I'm sure.
Oh man, and she what was it? She debuted a Nike ad during the Oscars, and you know, I guess keeping it in line with the theme of this year. You know, of course, it was about women and never giving up, and you know, not being afraid to show your emotion and whatnot. It was a really good ad. You know, and Nike. It's a Nike ad, and I feel like they needed to, I don't know if they did this, like, if this was a last-minute decision because, you know, they've had a tough week. Nike has had a tough week, and we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. I mean, this was kind of like a rebound commercial, I felt like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what can we do to get people to fall back in love with us? Well, let's put Serena out there, and let's talk about girl power. You know, so we'll see about that. We'll definitely see about that. And you were telling me some other Serena Williams news, kind of rumors, should we say?
WWE's pursuing her. They want when she retires, of course, from the court to into the ring. Stephanie McMahon, she's personally had spearing it, taking control. And I had never heard about it, but apparently they've been talking to her since last year sometime. And they say that the talks are progressing further. So maybe they're enticing her. And all I can say is like how, like, I mean, she's not like muscular, hugely like jacked or anything. Yeah. But she is so toned and just buff. She's solid. She's solid. I could see Vince McMahon being like, oh yeah, that's like perfect. Let's throw Ronda Rousey at her. I think that would be a pretty decent matchup, man. You know, I mean, that'd be exciting. It would definitely bring the viewers. But, I mean, how likely do you think Serena will actually do that, though? I don't know. Like, if you had told me that before, I'd have been like, hell no, never going to happen. But with their focus on women and the women's revolution going on and how news came out that Ronda Rousey, like, her whole purpose in going to WWE was to help elevate the women to the main event. Right on. I could see maybe her doing like a Lawrence Taylor and doing like one match. If they get the interest in her, I don't think she'll be a regular performer like Ronda Rousey is. Right. Right. Yeah, she's still got a bit of tennis to play, I feel like. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, but hell, I mean, I don't know. I'd pay to see that. Yo, Serena, let's jump into that ring. Let's jump into that. Let's hit the ropes. You know, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. What else? We got anything else going on? We got a hometown hero with this? She could have some really good special moves too, like the backhand.
Oh, what? Oh, with the back? or the forward serve slap or some shit like that? I don't know. They can really do a play off of that, right? Yeah. Right. That's funny. We got a hometown hero this week?
Not this week.
Not this week? All right, cool. Well,
Michael Crabtree. Oh, sorry.
You want to go ahead and announce that? I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, really, you know.
Ravens are planning on cutting them. Like,
yeah, they released them.
I don't think anything becomes official till March, whatever the official NFL offseason starts. But yeah, they said their intentions.
I mean, he's got two, like, I don't know, lobster mitts for hands, man. He can't catch anything, so he's just basically worthless to us right now and what we're trying to do. So, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the Ravens later on in this show as well. We're going to get in on the, what's that?
1 minute.
Oh, all right. We're going to get in talk about the new OC, Greg Roman, and his new outlook and what he's trying to do with the Ravens. So that'll be a pretty decent, interesting conversation. Manny Machado got a big deal. Former Orioles player. We'll talk about that as well. And of course, you know, we've got the Real on Wrestling and our WTF moments of the week. So you guys, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We're going to talk some shit, have some laughs, and have a good time. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Hi, I'm I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know. So you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work, and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually, it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Stop.
Do you
right,
let?
You don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that. Okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something. Okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money on.
It's unrealistic. I'm sorry.
It's unrealistic. Like, don't try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Same respect, what is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for joining us each and every Monday. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. You can catch us throughout the week. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you check out your podcasts. Have you checked out Google Podcasts?
No, I haven't checked it out.
There's all kinds of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
Of course, Be Exposed Radio too. Yeah, thank you. I didn't stumble over anything. Share the link, share the love. You're watching us, you're on YouTube, on Facebook. Just click that little share button and tell your friends.
Alright, you guys, when we left off, we were talking about the Oscars and our weekends and how much fun all that stuff was. Really quickly, oh shit! Really quickly, just shout out Best Picture, Green Book. I was kind of surprised about that. I'm gonna have to watch that movie because
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of gave the side eye when they announced that.
Andre says it's a great movie. So
did he?
Check it out. Yeah.
Fine, Andre. Black Panther should have won. Shit. Right. Wakanda. Yo, did you ever see? Did you? Wakanda. Did you? Oh my God! I'm about to show you the Saturday Night Live skit, yo, with the two white guys and they were going Wakanda.
To everything.
Right. That was funny. All right, my bad, y'all. Okay, all right, let's get back on point. Yo, back into the realm of sports. As we said earlier, a big deal went down in Major League Baseball. And when I say big deal, I mean like the biggest deal of all time. Yeah, like I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. Former Orioles third baseman / shortstop / just superstar. It still hurts me. Say I might have an attitude with this dude now. Manny Machado signed with the San Diego Padres, 10 years, $300 million.
Apparently he has an opt-out clause after 5 years, too.
Okay. San Diego, enjoy Manny Machado while you can.
Interestingly, I was looking at one of the sport websites that tracks like sports transactions. And on that, he's listed as a third baseman. So I wonder if that's what they're taking him as. If they tell him you're going to play third.
Right. I wonder how he feels about that. If that's the case,
you're playing outfield if we want you to.
Right. Shit, you better be getting everybody the water, the towels, outfield, infield. We want you to pitch. But, all jokes aside, though, good for Manny Machado. I mean, he certainly deserves it, and honestly, not trying to be funny, but San Diego needed this. San Diego, I mean, that organization, that ball club, they needed this.
They need a lot more than that, though.
Yeah, well, we're going to get to that, but, the current state, the San Diego Padres have not been good since, I don't know. A very, very long time. Their offense has been horrible. They haven't been scoring runs. I mean, I believe we spent at least 2 seasons talking about how terrible, they are.
Yeah. And I think one of those clips that plays in rotation on commercials and stuff, like
talk about how horrible.
You were Jimmy back in the day,
yeah.
They were 66 and 96 last season, so obviously they have a lot.
Christ Almighty. That means, 66 for 96. All right. Jeez. For every 3 times you won, you lost twice. Something like that. Yeah, that's tough. And like I said, that's good for the city because Manny Machado is a very fun player to watch. He's electric. He can hit the ball. He's kind of taken on this bad boy persona a little bit.
They lost the Chargers.
Yeah.
The city just needs something.
Yeah. Now, with the addition of Manny Machado, of course, the club, they've kind of, bumped up as far as the odds, for World Series. I mean, but let's be honest. They're a long ways away from being a World Series team.
I wonder how much you'd win if you put $100 on them right now. What are the odds?
I don't know. We can look that up offline.
Yeah.
Check my site out. I get them live lines for you. But yeah. So, now, we have one more big question hanging out there for Major League Baseball, and that's about Bryce Harper. I'm pretty sure when that deal dropped, Bryce Harper was sitting at home watching TV, like, man, let me call my agent. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what's going on? We need to get this deal done. And now, how much is he going to get? You know what I mean? To me, I would rather have Manny Machado than Bryce Harper, but a lot of people were expecting Bryce Harper to get the big payday.
After Manny signed, they were. I've heard speculations that Bryce, if he signed like a 10-year deal, would be about $326. But interestingly,
are you serious?
That's like the number that people have been throwing out. The Phillies have been like the leading team.
But didn't somebody just come out of the woodworks today?
The Dodgers. The Dodgers are re-entering the race. But rumor also says that they want a short-term deal.
Okay.
Obviously, they know their time is limited with the players that they have as far as like keeping on reaching the World Series and losing. So they want that one little chip that'll put them in. But they don't want to pay the long term on them.
Yeah, they definitely need players too. Cause I know Yasiel Puig. He went to Cincinnati, I think.
I think so.
With the Reds, Matt Kemp. He's like Father Time out there now. He doesn't even look like the same guy anymore. I think Cody Bellinger. He got injured. I think he got injured last season because that was my guy. That was one of my young gunners for the Dodgers too. So I don't know, man. I mean, if God. You know, I'm not a big Bryce Harper fan, but I guess I like the Dodgers. So, if he's to team up with the Dodgers, I'd have to root for him. But I'm hoping that he goes to Philly.
Yeah.
And gets to stay a little close to DC. You know what I mean? Like, and what's going on with DC? I mean, they just not want him anymore. I mean, is this like a done deal or?
I think they just figured he was going to price himself out of them as it is. But since he hasn't been signed, like some people were saying, like, why not the Nationals make a go at it? Just see, throw something out.
Right, throw something out there.
So we'll see. I think the deal gets done this week, though.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's got to be putting pressure on there now that Manny's got his deal done. And maybe we'll put that out there as a poll question. Will Bryce Harper's deal be worth more or less than Manny Machado? I'd like to hear what people think about that.
And then they break the news like 5 minutes later.
Right. Let's do that shit tonight.
Okay.
All right, let's stay at home. Talking about more local sports. Baltimore Ravens. We meant to talk about this last week, but the discussions were so good, and we were just going, the comments were so rapid fire, we didn't even get to touch on it. Yo, so long Flacco. Going to Denver. Going to your Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? How you feel pretty good about that?
Remember earlier, like in the season, like I had said, especially when the rumors were that Denver was going to attempt to trade for John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I figured Denver would be a perfect landing spot for Flacco. Obviously, John Harbaugh's not going to Denver. But I still like it. I kind of wonder if maybe this is John Elway's niche. Like, get quarterbacks that are past their prime.
Of course.
Have done what they did in their original cities. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Bring him in and maybe give him his personal touch or whatever and just rehabilitate them enough to get through. I'm interested to see how they do. They do have a better offensive line than the Ravens have had.
Now that was the one thing that I wanted to touch on. I was talking to my pops and I was like, it's so funny. Like Joe Flacco can be decent if he has a decent offensive line.
Yep.
That's the one thing I've been screaming about the past 3 drafts. We didn't really address those issues. So Flacco wasn't able to really excel the past couple of years in Baltimore, and that was a huge part of it. Don't get me wrong.
And even when we do have good players, they always get injured.
Yeah, I'm not a big Flacco fan, but I can't give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, in Denver, that's a totally different situation. You know what I mean? And you stand in the AFC, and the schedule hasn't been released yet, but whether they go out there or they come here, you know what I mean? They're gonna have that matchup. Now, I think it would be very funny, very comical, if he comes back to M&T and lights up the Ravens with this team, this new team of his. And speaking of John Elway, it certainly seems like he favors like seasoned vets. He didn't really get along too well with the younger quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Brock Osweiler, of course, the whole Tim Tebow fiasco. So,
So let's say this is John Elway's thing.
Right.
And let's say Flacco gets to a couple Super Bowls with the Broncos, if not wins one. Like, how do you think Ravens Nation will react? Like, they will be so pissed off. That's their quarterback. We could have done that with him. No, it's a different team. It's like a whole different, just brew altogether. Different parts, different pieces.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just every week. I'll play along with you on this. I mean, I really don't think that Joe Flacco will get any more Super Bowls.
For instance, it wasn't like
I know. I'll play along, but I mean, of course. I mean, if we let the guy, I mean, nobody wants to see, you know, the person that we let go, I mean, excel. I mean, if we let, jeez, think about it with the Orioles, you know, Jake Arrieta and Pedro Strop, you know, God, that was the ultimate slap in the face. You know, they were absolutely horrible in Baltimore. Then went over to the
Cubs.
Chicago Cubs, right, and won a World Series. You know, took them out of a World Series drought, and everybody was kissing Arrieta's ass. And we're like, dude.
Yeah.
Where was this guy? So, you know, I mean, nobody really wants to see that, and that's always a possibility. But best of luck to Joe Flacco, and we just getting ready for what we got in front of, what we have right now. And I'm talking about the Ravens flock. And, you know, this guy, Greg Roman, he's talking some good shit. He's saying all the stuff that I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's saying that he's taking this, he's going to bring some college-style ideas into the Ravens offense. Now, I know, you know, when people say this, you know, people say things like that, you know, the big NFL fans, oh, this isn't going to be successful, this, that, and the third. You know, I'm willing to give this a chance. You know, I mean, we have a different type of quarterback now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I would like to see some more, you know, I would like to see a colorful offense. I would like to see them take some risks. I would like to see a fast-paced offense.
Yeah. No huddle.
Yeah. Why not? You know, we got a guy that looks like he can think on his feet. Yeah, he might make, I mean, there's a learning curve involved, and he's going to make some mistakes here and there, but, you know, he looks like he's good at making split, you know, second decisions.
Oh, yeah.
Which was, you know, was another one of my gripes for Joe Flacco.
He didn't just go through the progression.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you're on board with that college style?
Yeah,
ideas.
I said before everything went down with Roman taking the job as OC that I'd like to see them go into the college ranks and pull someone from the college ranks to be an offensive coordinator. So if he's going to give that style a go, absolutely.
Yeah, I was looking for somebody a little bit younger, but you know, I don't care how old you are. If you're really willing to take some chances and you're really, you know, committed to trying to change up this Ravens offense, man, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I really am.
Harry's on the feed. He says Eric's doing a great job so far. Eric DaCosta.
Oh yeah, man, and you know, people might yell at me for saying this, but you know, I was talking to my dad. We were talking about, you know, everything sports and everything, and. You know, I was going off about how, for the past couple of seasons, I had been going off about how the Ravens had not really addressed their offensive issues. Mm-hmm. And to me, that solely falls on the shoulders of Ozzie Newsome. And I'm wondering if, you know, he might have been forced out of that position. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it and I'm going back over the years and you know, looking at the people that we could have drafted, or, you know, different moves that we could have made, it might have been time for another perspective, another approach, you know, in the city of Baltimore when it comes to the Ravens.
Fresh perspective is always nice.
Yeah.
Especially if something's getting to be stale, which, you know, the Ravens had been since the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it just looks like he's making all the right moves right now. So, you know, we'll see what the real picture will be when we have this draft. You know what I mean? Show me what you got, man. Don't let me down. And, you know, let's address this offensive line.
Yeah. Especially if Lamar's going to be running so much. Hopefully he doesn't run as much, but yeah, he needs a solid offensive line.
Woo! Wait a minute. Hold up. Harry says glad Flacco and Crabtree are gone. Waiting to trade Jimmy Smith. How you feel about that? Is this time up for Jimmy Smith in Baltimore?
It might be. I think he'd probably have to be willing to take a pay cut to stay.
Yeah.
Whereas other teams might be willing to pay just a little bit more.
Yeah, didn't we? Okay, wait, hold up. We only got like 30 seconds left, right? All right, well, I'll bring that up in the next segment. All right, look, you guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to continue this Ravens discussion, and we're going to do some real-on wrestling also. So don't go anywhere, just a bit outside.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'm gonna show these niggas what to do at one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroy the whole world and found out she was.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You coming back?
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, Mondays, 7 to 9. Thank you for joining us. Share the link, share the love. And we were talking some Ravens.
Yeah, talking about OG Greg Roman out there trying to give the Ravens offense a facelift. Now let's flip the coin a little bit, talk about defense. Ravens, big signing, extension, cornerback, right?
Yep.
All right, and did you see any details on that?
No.
I think it was a 3-year deal, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, young guy. We need help in that area. You know, I think it was I think that was a pretty decent commitment.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he's been pretty decent on the defense, and it's something that he deserves. You know, so we locked him down for 3 years, and he'll be a big part of that young Ravens defense. Big part. So we're happy to have him.
Pun intended, young.
Right. Man, so have you heard anything about Sizzle?
No, nothing. There's been like no rumors I've heard.
I don't know if no news is good news. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I really hope that they're able to get that locked down as well. For real. I mean, you know how I feel about Sizzle, and you know, to me, he's the nucleus of that defense, and we need that veteran leadership. And who cares what the number says? He has the intangibles. He does. Like I said, we need that veteran leadership. You know, a lot of people have said, "Oh, you know, everybody's always quick to dog you, man." And you know, the second that you don't give the results that everybody are used to. But I mean, man, people get older. Everybody gets older. And, you know, as long as they're still productive and still valuable, man, you need to keep him as long as possible. As long as possible. So, how long is that deal? 2 years. You're probably not wrong. 2, maybe 3. Seriously, right. I mean, it hurt me to my heart, but I mean, but you know, go ahead and keep him for 2 years or something like that, and lay that foundation, man. Harry says we might lose Sizzle and Weddle. I honestly, I think Weddle's not going to come back. Yeah. I don't think we can afford him. That could be. I think somebody else will offer him a little more money than what we'll be willing to give. I think the Ravens are looking to be more prudent with their contracts. Yeah. And people of Weddle and Suggs' caliber, longevity, maybe they can't pay that price. And I can't say it enough. Let's spend the money on the offense, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I mean, the one thing throughout the history of the Ravens that you can't deny is that our defense will always be okay. I don't give a damn who you throw out there. They just, they're just very good and very talented, at scouting and bringing in those players, man. So let's save a couple dollars and try to focus on, that offense. We got more comments? Yeah, Harry makes an awesome point, which I hadn't even thought of. If CJ wants more than $13 million, he'll probably walk away too. Jesus! Oh gosh! Yo, we can't. Okay, all right. That is a very good point. I love CJ Mosley. I do too. That's why I was like, I don't get where people are like, oh, he's not that good. Like, dude. Who said? Don't come on my feed saying that. Please don't come on the feed saying that. There's people that say that. It's like, dude, yeah, he's not Ray Lewis, but Ray Lewis wasn't Ray Lewis at 3-4 years in, whatever it is. Just let the dude develop. Right. Yo, he's my pick for the next in line for leadership. Exactly. Man, oh gosh. Ooh, CJ, this is your home. This is your home. They've been live tonight. Right. What the hell is going on out there tonight? I have no idea. But yeah, good point, Harry. Good point. Let's keep it going. What we got time for now? We did everything Ravens, right? Is there any other Ravens news? Nothing I can think of. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything else. I think we hit all those buttons. Yeah. So, well, let's slide on into your segment. One of your favorite segments, Real on Wrestling, y'all, with Mark Foster. WWE Monday Night Raw, of course, tonight, gearing up towards Fastlane pay-per-view. I think that's in 2 weeks. It's going to be interesting. The ratings have kept on sliding, and WWE's trying all kinds of stopgaps to make that change. They definitely want the ratings. And what's interesting is with SmackDown going to Fox in October, they do have to meet certain ratings goals, or Fox can, nix the deal, get out of the deal. Really? Probably every season they'll come up for renewal or whatever. So it looks like they're going full bore and trying to get people to watch tonight. They what matchups they got going? Not so much matchups, but appearances. Okay. Roman Reigns is going to be on tonight to give an update as to his fight with leukemia. Yeah, that's your guy. And there's big rumors that he might be announcing a return in a match at WrestleMania. Most likely a tag match because they don't want him to go singles yet. They don't want to push him too hard. Right. There's Dave Bautista. He's in Atlanta, which is where WWE is tonight. Okay. And interestingly, The Rock is filming Jumanji 2 down in Atlanta, which if he was going to appear on Raw, I'd advertise it. Right. But yeah, that's just kind of that's a possibility that he could show up. Absolutely. Him and Kevin Hart. That's
That's the things that's going on right now. Oh, and Ric Flair's 70th birthday happened over the weekend. So happy birthday, Nature Boy. And they're going to have a little celebration on Raw.
Woo! Oh, shit. All right, it's break time. All right, look, y'all, when we come back, we're going to do our WTF moments of the week. So stick around and have some laughs. Just a bit outside.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. I had to give us 15 minutes.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
That's the biggest thing, is just empowerment. Just get off of the begging line. Just be proud and just get our pride and our dignity back, because as a child, we're taught how to go and beg for a job. Our parents, they literally taught us how to make sure you pull your pants up. Me, I'm 6'7", so I'm a bigger man. I was always taught how to not be threatening or intimidate people when I go into different interviews or different scenarios. And so we're literally taught how to condition ourselves, condition our speech, everything, in order to go and beg these people for a job, because we know when we walk in the door, I have to tear down 10 stereotypes before I get past hello. So we need to eliminate that. You know, and we need to eliminate that, and the way that we do that is employing ourselves and employing our brothers and sisters. And so that's our mission, is group economics, uplift ourselves, because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing, because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco, strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back. Just a bit outside radio show, BeExposedRadio.com, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You know where to catch us. Share the links, share the love. We were talking on the Real on Wrestling right before the break, and Harry, always with the good questions.
Yeah. What up, Harry? What's going on, baby?
What do you think about Ronda Rousey saying that if Chris Cyborg joins the WWE, that she won't fight her? I'm kind of surprised. Like, I know they had legit beef in the UFC.
Yeah.
But Ronda, she should be experienced enough now as a wrestler to know, you know, the entertainment value of it. It's interesting because I remember last week telling you how what was it, Raw or the Elimination Chamber or whatever?
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, Becky just like beat the shit out of Ronda and Charlotte Flair. And a lot of people, I guess, apparently assumed that Becky took liberties on Ronda, but Ronda actually, like, how hardcore she is about like wanting to be in on this and like being full steam ahead, like not being a pampered celebrity. She told Becky, just go to town on me, do whatever you got to do. So for her to be that much of a badass and then be like, I'm not gonna fight Chris Cyborg, it's like, I don't know, like seriously.
I'm kind of surprised at Ronda. She's a big shit talker. You know, I mean, come on, girl. You got to back that up. You got to back it up.
If I remember right, she had like beef with Cyborg failing a test and possible suspension or whatever. But you know, that was years ago. Just,
right.
Y'all in a different company, a different world now. Just go for it. Make some money.
I don't know. Sound like to me, Rhonda's scared to get her block knocked off.
Depends on what the Vince McMahon says the outcome of the match is, right?
Right. Man, they need to get that done, though.
50-50 booking. That's what they're known for right now.
All right, we'll see how that pans out. We'll keep our eye on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving right along, let's get on into our WTF moments of the week. I've been waiting for this, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, I believe we both have a couple.
Yeah.
Going down. So you want to kick off? You want to start it off?
You alluded to it earlier, so might as well throw it out there because I think we have a lot to say about this.
Oh Lord.
But you know, Nike had that wonderful ad earlier with Serena last night at the Oscars. Unfortunately, 4 nights earlier, they took some blame for what is projected to be the #1 draft pick in the NBA, Zion Williamson of Duke. You're Duke. His damn shoe broke apart on him. Twisted his knee, went out of the game, and hasn't been back yet.
Man, yeah, and you know, unfortunately, this happened on one of the biggest nights in college basketball, on one of the biggest stages of the NCAA.
Tickets for this were going for like $2,000-3,000.
Super Bowl prices.
Super Bowl prices.
Which, you know, that's a WTF in itself.
Yes.
Right there, because who's buying this? Who's paying for this?
North Carolinians.
Jeez, you know, I mean, that's just really hard for me to wrap my brain around a college game costing just as much as a Super Bowl ticket.
Yes.
Yo, they high on Tobacco Road, yo. I ain't lying, and I'm not talking about them ticket prices either.
Yeah.
But on the biggest stage, I mean, Duke versus North Carolina, and then what made it so bad also, I think it was like 36 seconds into the game, yo.
Yeah, something like that. It was very early in the game. And I think Duke had already established a little bit of a lead if, you know, in those 36 seconds. Looked good.
So he's out. Now there's this whole thing about, you know, whether he should sit for the rest of the season, you know, and then, you know, that comes with a whole nother set of questions like, what does that do to your draft value? You know, prior to this shit going down, he was plus 2,000. So you would have to put up $2,000 just to win $100 if he went as a #1.
Damn.
In the draft. I got half of mine to go put $50 on who's next? What is it? What's the kid's name? Is it TJ Barrett?
That sounds right.
I think that's who it is. I got half of mine to put $50 on that because I could probably win me a couple thousand. You know what I mean? If this thing starts getting a little crazy.
Gonzaga? Who's he play for?
God, don't get me in the line. Like, right, yeah, but you know, we should look that up on the next commercial break also. But yeah, so you know, I mean, with this shoe blowing out, I mean, this sent a ripple effect through college basketball, and then like 2-3 days later, another basketball player had a problem with a Nike shoe. I can't remember this was a white kid. I can't remember what his name was, but this was like 2-2. So then there's this massive Twitter storm about basically, I've been calling it Shoegate. I like that. I like the name of that, like Shoegate. And you know, in Twitter, and this is just a testament to how powerful Twitter is. You know, in the midst of all of this, negative publicity, basically, you know, Nike's stocks is dropping like, I don't know.
Like their damn shoes broke. Oh.
Like a prostitute's drawers on MLK Boulevard or something. Oh, we'll get to that too with Robert Kraft.
Does stink is bad? Oh.
Oh yeah, but you know, like seriously, like I mean, it's just really bad. You know, so.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Zion? Sit or play? How do you feel on that?
I think he should play, because like you said, like his NBA stock could drop. So,
right.
You know, definitely sit him out. He's out of concussion protocol or whatever. Whatever Krzyzewski said, like he's doing a 4-step program for rehab on his knee or whatever. That he's on schedule, but he's missed 2 games. Yeah. 3 games. Yeah.
I watched that game, man. Duke did not look like a good team without him. So, you know, not saying that, you know, Coach K is chasing any records or anything like that, but the dude's got some, you know, some wins under his belt, I'm pretty sure, and you got March Madness right around the corner.
Yeah, teams have what, 3?
Right around the corner. Right. Yeah. I don't have him sitting for much longer, dog. Seriously, I don't. I think they want to get them wins.
How's the ACC tournament set up? Does anyone get a first round bye?
I think I want to say yeah.
They better hope they get that bye.
Yeah. I mean, well, they're in a good position.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the driver's seat of that shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, but Duke did not look like a good team. I mean, Carolina smoked their ass after, you know, I mean, there was just no chance.
88-72.
Yeah, you know, and there was a couple of points where I was like, oh, maybe they can get back into it. No, Carolina kept the foot on the neck of the Duke Blue Devil. So, you know, we'll be on the lookout on that as well. Harry says, if he's cleared by the doctors, he should play. I wouldn't come back until the ACC tournament. That's probably a pretty decent strategy. Like I said, I totally agree with you. I don't have him sitting for the rest of the season. I mean, I just don't see I don't think the benefit outweighs the cost.
Yeah. Harry's got some WTFs of his own. Did you see his comment before that?
No, what did he say?
Jussie, Bob Kraft, and R. Kelly had a terrible week.
If I just dropped prostitutes. We might as well just go ahead with it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Chicago was very busy, and we ain't talking about the Bulls. You know, as everybody knows, I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, Jussie Smollett went down. But you know, this whole Jussie Smollett thing is really bizarre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And up until like right now, there's still details coming out. And now the details that are coming out is that Chicago PD is kind of, you know, fucking up what they're doing. I stopped paying attention to it because the shit just got too crazy to me.
They're leaking some info.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I am. No, they're saying that, you know, a couple of things they've been doing aren't right.
They're like letting people know how much he was making on Empire and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What's up with that? You know, but you know, on a better note though, you know, they were able to lock down the cult leader, R. Kelly, Pied Piper. I swear, yo, if you was there with R. Kelly, you was part of a cult.
And his broke ass couldn't bail himself out.
Which I was actually pretty surprised by that.
Me too.
I really was. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's been spending a lot of money trying to cover shit up.
Even when these celebrities
paying
are broke,
people off.
Even when these celebrities are broke, they usually have a couple million because they're that broke.
Right, because I think his bond was like $1 million, so all you needed was $100,000.
Yeah.
Sit your ass in jail. Good luck.
Stay away from the 14-year-olds.
Right. Good luck in there. You can be a whole lot of bumping and grinding wherever the hell you at now.
Well, you know, for Jussie and for R. Kelly, it was not a happy ending, but someone else sure did have a happy ending.
Leave it to Robert Kraft. He always wins. Even when he's not. Hey, man, I guess I'll let you hit these details up. Because
you know, one detail I learned today that I hadn't heard yet?
What's that?
The second time it happened in 24 hours was the day of the AFC title game. Mr. Kraft went to a Florida day spa where it's being investigated for trafficking in women and prostitution. And Mr. Kraft took advantage of that.
Full advantage of that.
Apparently there's video too.
I don't want to see that. That is one video I know I don't want to see.
And then they're saying like Kraft may not be the biggest name to come out of this. Right?
Oh,
I'm wondering who. Like, is it like an actor, another sports figure? But
shit, Florida, it could be anybody.
The NFL,
politician.
The NFL does have guidelines and rules for how the owners behave too. So will Kraft be made to sell the Patriots?
I mean, to me, the timing for this couldn't be any worse. Didn't I just go off on like a 5-10 minute rant last week about the NFL and the current state of the NFL?
Yes.
Now the next headline is that the owners is getting hand jobs and getting caught up in prostitution stings. I mean, NFL's out of control. What a party.
How much stock does he have in Viagra? He went there 2 times in 24 hours.
Jerry Jones.
And his girlfriend. Like,
Isn't she like 25?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, I told you, when I saw Robert Kraft jump on the stage with Cardi B, I was like, man, this dude likes to party.
And that was Super Bowl week, so he was still like coming down from the hand jobs. So. Still feeling randy.
Yo, Robert Kraft, seriously though, WTF, man. Like, come on, yo. You're the owner, and the NFL's going to have to do something about this. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He said, Roger, look, Harry's throwing out names. Jerry Jones, Roger Goodell was sitting there next to the good little rub and tug.
They are friends.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Miss Marcia says, I'm with you, Kescia. It could be a political figure. I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
If it was like some judge, something like that. But I'm going to be with my ear to the ground, waiting for these names to come out. Because if that's not the biggest name, holy crap. Because, I mean, when they dropped this, I was just like, I don't believe this.
Just keep your ear to the ground and your eyes peeled because you do not want to see those videos.
No, I do not. And listen, you guys, don't send me that shit, okay? I do not. And I'm telling you right now because I know that's, I want to say, you love doing that to me.
I just send you those injuries.
I think I got another WTF moment of the week. NHL owner invests in the AAF.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we spent a little time talking about that last week. I mean, they're continuing to keep the fire going, man. And apparently a lot of people believe in this league.
They do. Like, it's gotten a lot of burn, but, like, on week 3, I haven't heard anyone talking about it, which is not a good sign.
Yeah. Did you watch over the weekend?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because, like, 2 of the games are on NFL Network, and then the other 2, I think, are on, like, CBS Sportsnet, something like that.
I mean, do you think, God damn, right. Do you think that, spring training did kind of kick off, this week? Do you think that might have anything to do with it?
No, I think it's, like, football hangover. Like, people do have a hunger for pro football.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like, the game, like, week 1 wasn't bad. Week 2 was okay. I haven't heard anything about week 3. So, that makes me really fear next year when theoretically we'll have the AAF Season 2.
Yeah.
The Freedom Football League, which is headed up by a lot of former players, and then the XFL all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very watered down time.
Yeah. Well, I certainly hope that this thing keeps going because, I mean, like I said, NHL Carolina Hurricanes owner, I believe his name was Tom Dundon, and he invested to a tune of $250 million.
And he's now the president of the board of the AAF.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good move. And way to diversify. Shit.
Hockey, football.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as far as the AAF is concerned, like you were saying, like maybe like Super Bowl hangover, NFL hangover. Do you think they should have maybe waited a little bit longer before they dropped the league instead of just jumping, throwing everybody right into it? So
I don't know because it's what, a 10-game season?
Is it 10 games? I'm not sure.
So. And then a 2-week playoff.
Okay.
So that'll carry them into like end of May, February, March, April. Yeah, around May. I think starting the week after the Super Bowl is theoretically a good idea because people's minds are still on football.
Right.
But maybe they give a little week or 2 break. Might be good.
Let people miss that a little bit.
Yeah.
But look, hey, Andre, man, I'm so sorry. We went over a little bit. You guys, don't go anywhere. We got more WTF moments of the week. And then we're going to get on the hardcore, man. Talk about some basketball. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run,
hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much
like
you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. You're checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube. Share the link, share the love. There's a little share button down there. That's all good stuff. We want to go back to the WTF stuff.
Yeah. I kind of got a fun. It's not really like a WTF, but you know, it's kind of like a fun fact kind of thing that I saw this week. One of my, I'm not gonna say favorite rappers, but one of the rappers that I enjoy his music, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You know, he recently performed at the Grammys, and apparently Travis Scott has been dabbling into the fashion industry.
Really?
Sneaker industry, to be exact. And he teamed up with Jordan.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he's got this line of tennis shoes. They're Jordans, and he debuted a new sneaker that are called the Cactus Jacks. He wore them during the Grammys. I didn't pay attention to that, but you know, apparently, you know, he debuted them at the Grammys, and now that they're out there for purchase, and these things is like sold out in like record time, and it is currently, I mean, it's February 25th, and it's the current front runner for tennis shoe of the year.
Damn.
Right. And then like that's kind of like really cool, right?
That's fast.
Yeah, really fast, right? I mean, for it to be like the early favorite, like everybody's saying already, like, man, this is like the best shoe of the year. This is really awesome, and shout out to Travis Scott. You know what I mean, Mr. Sicko Mode. You know, he's doing the damn thing right now. I mean, teaming up with Jordan, and you are diversifying as well. Well done. You know, he's got that beautiful reconstructed girlfriend of his. What is that girl's name? I think it's Kylie. Is it Kylie?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she's like a billionaire. Like, yo, yes. I think she might be out of the whole family, the highest paid one right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and she's like, I know she's like the top paid model, and she's like up there with the business women. I mean, like, you know, Forbes is showing love. People are starting to show love. She's up there in the rankings right now.
Damn.
Yeah. So shout out to Travis Scott and Team Jordan, man, for that collab, man. That was pretty cool, I thought.
Anything's got to be better than Yeezys.
Man, you gonna stop talking about my homeboy? You know that's my boy, yo. Don't do that. I got another WTF, which is kind of this was kind of a sad WTF. Did you hear about Jim Boeheim?
No.
Head coach of the Syracuse college basketball team. Was it last week? And I believe it was during the weather that we had. Yes, it was, as a matter of fact. He was driving. It might have been after a game, but it was late at night, and he was driving, and apparently there was an accident on the road. It was like a weather-related accident, and apparently, you know, there were people like on the side of the road trying to sort things out. Yo, and he hit and killed a man.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and you know, if you watch college basketball, you know who Jim Boeheim is. I mean, you know, great guy, you know, really awesome coach. You know, when you talk about the history of college basketball, he's all, you know, he will find his way into that conversation. You know what I mean? And just a really tough break for a really, you know, decent, you know, human being, man. And you know, my heart goes out to Jim and his family, and also like the Syracuse. You know, Syracuse team and university, because I mean, I know that's like a hard pill to swallow, not just for the family but for the players as well. You know, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if he had taken any time off after that. I mean, I know I probably would have had to, because you know, he certainly, it was an accident. Certainly did not mean to do it. He was not under any influences. Of course, you know, they tested him right there on the side of the road, and just a really unfortunate incident for Jim Boeheim.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that shit sucks big time. You got any more WTFs?
I do. I have one that
good.
Kind of will segue us into the NBA here, because
sure.
There's a little feud brewing between a legend and a young gun. So Joel Embiid, he was on. Let's see. He was on a show the other day, The Ringer, The Ringer's NBA Desktop, and of course they're asking him who the GOAT is. I gotta say, you know, he's smart. He went with a classic, Wilt to Still, which is never a bad choice. He's definitely in the conversation. Someone had a different opinion, and I don't know why they talked to him, because he hasn't done anything for a long time. TMZ Sports caught up with Dennis Rodman.
Oh God.
I want to get this because I want to read it. They asked Rodman if Joel is wrong. You're goddamn right he's wrong. You can definitely see Rodman saying that.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, you're doing a great job for your little island or country or where you're from, man. Shut the F up. Go do your goddamn job and do Philly proud. That's the one thing they need, a championship. And of course, if you go to TMZ Sports, there's a video of that. So I want to look up the video and check it out. Maybe we'll post it on the page.
Hold on. Can you read that one more time? Yo.
You're goddamn right he's wrong. Joel Embiid, you're doing a great job for your little island or country where you're from, man. Shut the F up, go do your goddamn job and do Philly proud. That's the one thing they need, a championship. And you can see him with like all his lip piercings and his hair.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, never a dull moment. He said for your little island or country.
Or where you're from.
That shit ain't funny. I'm sorry. That is grade A ignorance, yo. But, whoo. Oh, man. We should have let off with that one, yo. That was the best one. Ramen, yes, is
I really
off
want to see
the
how
chain.
Joel Embiid reacts or
Yo,
responds.
okay, let's not get it twisted. Joel Embiid would slap the shit out of Dennis Rodman. Okay, if they was ever in the same room together, you know what I mean? And you know, Joel Embiid is one of those players that is known for his social media, and he's a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to hear the response from Joel Embiid. Or his little country or island, wherever. That shit is hilarious. Sorry. Man, Dennis Rodman, yo. Yo, man. He always finds a way to get back into the limelight, man. Is he even here right now? Is he still in Korea?
Oh, I'm sure he's here. What did he at the All-Star Weekend? Did something there?
Was he? I didn't see his ass. I damn sure would have talked about him.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to try to talk some more sports. We're going to talk about the NBA. So don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside, y'all.
White keys only have this bitch jumping. Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel rap. If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Work the mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. If you play it for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. Can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hip.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real. You're right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. Shout out to DJ Delight, Mike McMillan, for the tunes that he provides. Looking forward to maybe hearing some new stuff soon. Got some NBA going on. Speaking of Joel Embiid and the 76ers, they're in his little country is taking on the Pelicans. 22-19, they're in the lead right now. You got the Lakers up on the feared Grizzlies, 25-21. Let's see what else we got. The Warriors 81, the Hornets 73. That's in the third. And we have the Kings, Sacramento, up 25-13 on the Timberwolves.
All right. And you know what? I'm so glad that you ended that on the Kings, because coincidentally, that's the team that I'd like to. Oh man, that
was no coincidence. Come on, I had to set you up.
That country island shit, man. I can't get off that. That's the team that I wanted to talk about next. what was it? What day was it? The Kings recently played the Warriors, I believe. It was last week. It was a game last week, right? And, you know, I follow basketball. I love basketball.
Thursday.
It was Thursday. Okay, yeah. And, you know, what I noticed while watching this game, I mean, well, first of all, the Kings almost beat the Warriors. And the score was 125 to 123. And as I was watching this game, and I believe this was the fourth matchup between the two teams. So, and it was the fourth and final matchup between these teams. And I was thinking to myself, you know, it seems like every time the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors get together, it'd be some good close games.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, and which is very, I mean, we know the Golden State Warriors is a powerhouse. You know, and this what makes it this makes this matchup so intriguing to me, because the Sacramento Kings, they have a fairly you know, young, inexperienced team. I mean, certainly, you know, nothing in comparison to basically the all-star squad of the Golden State Warriors. So you know what I did? I started doing my little research, right? So I go back and I take a look at, you know, the previous, you know, 3 games, including Thursday's game. So, you know, I took a look at the whole sum total of this series between these two teams. And I think it's pretty safe to say, and it's already been some rumblings going on now, that we have a North Cali rivalry. If it's not official now, that joint is definitely in the making. And I think that this is fantastic for NBA basketball, because you have a team of vets, you know, the champions, the, you know, people that, I mean, you can, you know, call us a dynasty right now with the Golden State Warriors. You know, it's like a David and a Goliath. I mean, you know, it's the old heads and the young bloods. I mean, this has everything, you know, exciting about this. And you know, there's evidence to back this up. So, like I said, the game on Thursday was 123, 125 Warriors. Combined, okay? Now, all 4 games combined, Golden State only outscored the Kings by 11, 12 points.
Damn.
Yes. The most that the Warriors won by is 5 points.
Wow.
Right. Now,
wow.
Intriguing, right? Yeah. Right. Like, very interesting, right? And so I had to go even further. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had to evaluate, you know, the games and the matchups. And in my mind, I just couldn't help but think, what is it about the Sacramento Kings? Why is that team the one team, okay, out of all the teams in the NBA that consistently gives Golden State a run for their fucking money? Okay, now, right now, the Sacramento Kings, they are 9th place in the Western Conference, right outside the LA Clippers. The LA Clippers are tanking. I think Doc Rivers is going to be on his way out, but we'll save that for next week. But, you know, they're in a good spot to be able to make this little playoff run in the second half of the season. But back to my question, though. What is it about this team that gives Golden State a run for their money?
You got me. Like you said, they're a young team, and I don't know. Like, they haven't even been relevant since, like, I don't know, 2000s.
No, they've been horrible. They've been bad too. Yeah. They've been bad too. But you know, they got right now. They have Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox. I know Amon Shumpert is out there. He might be one of the oldest ones out there. Oh God, was Bagley. They got Bagley out there as well, and you know, they asked a couple, you know, the press conference after the game. You know, they kind of asked the Golden State Warriors players, you know, their opinion about, you know, the Sacramento Kings, and you know, they could do nothing but sing their praises. You know, I believe Draymond Green or Kevin Durant said they are the fastest team in the history of the NBA.
Wow.
And I started to think about that. That could be the one thing that could keep you in the game with the Golden State Warrior 3-point shooting team. It's that you just got to be able to run and gun. And they are in the position to do that with a squad of young bloods. You know, with that, and you know, and not only, I mean, these guys have Marvin Bagley, that's his name. These guys have heart, man. You know, I mean, normally, you know, when you get a young, inexperienced team, you know, they crumble, they fold. You know, when they play up against a powerhouse like the Golden State Warriors. And, you know, I just had to give a shout out to the Sacramento Kings, man. I'm going to have to throw them onto list of teams that we were like, you know, being on the lookout for. Because, you know, I'm going to have to take Milwaukee off because Milwaukee has arrived. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we were talking about that, you know, last season before last, how, you know, that young guns squad, I mean, we had threw the Lakers out there. You know, we'll talk a little bit more about the Lakers in a minute. But, you know, I'm going to take out the Milwaukee Bucks because, to me, they have arrived. I mean, you have one of the best players in the league. I mean, hell, you could arguably say the second best player in the league, you know, behind LeBron James. And, you know, everybody's now saying that, you know, you're one of the favorites to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, so, you know, you ain't under the radar. You ain't on the bubble. You ain't simmering no more. You are the it now. Yeah. So I'd like to take them off and put the Sacramento Kings out there, man. And I think that this squad is definitely going to be something that you want to take a look at and keep an eye on, because in the next, you know, year or two, they definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And you know, Kevin Durant said he likes how fast they play. He said the only thing that they're really lacking at this point in time is experience. And that's a hell of a compliment, man, coming from Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors.
Absolutely. Harry's on the feed. He says, Fox is a beast. I bet Magic wish he took him instead of Lonzo.
Yeah.
You didn't expect him to be back soon?
Yeah, I think I need to read up on what's going on with him too. You know, I'm surprised I haven't heard from LeVar.
Yeah.
That gag order, man, must be something.
He flapped his yap a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but he shut the hell back up though. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, I don't know, but you know, I do agree with you. Fox is really, you know, had an excellent season, and I'm pretty sure if you stack the numbers up against each other, you know, the odds would go in the Sacramento Kings players' favor. And like I said, you know, outsiders, you know, definitely keep an eye on the Sacramento Kings because they will be a force to be reckoned with the next year or two. Let's take it over. Okay, I'm only going to spend a few minutes on this because I want to take some time to talk about LeBron. I want to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Boban effect. You know, Boban and Tobias Harris recently came over from the Clippers.
I think so.
Yes. And I watched one of their games last week, and I was quite impressed with what I saw. You know, this was one of the trades that, you know, was one of my favorites before the deadline. And it seems to me that they've been reaping the benefits of the trade, you know, already. You know, when Joel Embiid had been out the past couple of games, something like that, and Boban had been playing in his absence, and it seemed like he had been he's getting acclimated to playing in Philly and playing with his new teammates. You know, he's been with Tobias Harris. Seems like they're like Wonder Twins or something like that. They've been getting traded together for the past like 3 or 4 years, and so he's already familiar with playing with Tobias Harris. But you know, I was really impressed with the play of Boban and the 76ers last week with Joel Embiid being out. That being said, you know, how are you feeling about the 76ers right now? You know, do you think that they're still Eastern Conference bound finals?
Were they my pick for the?
I think they were. That's what I said. You know, you still feeling pretty good about that?
I think so. I think the East, especially with, you know, LeBron leaving the Cavs, the East is so wide open.
Yeah.
I know Harry said it before. The the Celtics and I'm sure he's on the feed saying who.
Yeah. Bucks.
Yeah.
Raptors.
God, the Raptors. Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about them next also.
I still like Philly. I do think that the East, there's like a solid case for at least 5 teams that could easily win the East Coast. It's a tough decision. It's tough to argue against any of them.
Mm-hmm. We mentioned the Raptors. The Raptors, they're kind of on a roll right now. You know, ever since they made their trade as well, which was my favorite trade out of them all. Add Marc Gasol to the lineup. Mm-hmm. Now you got Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka to deal with. It brings a nice, strong defensive presence, and they've won 8 out of their last 10, and they're starting to try to claw their way back up on the Bucks' hind parts, man. So Bucks are going to be looking over their shoulder to see, you know, what the Toronto Raptors do over the next couple of weeks. And I think, you know, with this trade and with this, you know, resurgence, if you will, you got to kind of catapult them back into the Eastern Conference Finals discussions as well. Mm-hmm. You know, last week, and I'm going to stay firm on this one. I still think that it will be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks, even though Philadelphia is sitting there 4th right now and they're 7.5 games out of 1st. I mean, they've got, you know, they got the work cut out for them. But you know, I still have a lot of faith in that squad, and I just really think that it's put together very well.
Yeah. When we were talking about it last week, I said, you know, them picking up Marc Gasol was just something that had playoff implications.
Right.
And like you said, I have Toronto 8 out of 10. Like, it's ridiculous. They're looking amazing if they can keep that chemistry and healthy.
Right.
They're going to ride it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
So, you know, we just spoke about the Lakers, and you mentioned LeBron James. Last week, Pat Riley had some comments about LeBron James. And this is just me kind of paraphrasing it and adding my own little spin to it. Basically, what Pat Riley said was, when LeBooty James left Miami, he basically let a dynasty fly out the window. And, you know, so of course, you know, when Pat Riley comes in discussion talking about the, you know, LeBron's time in Miami, we take a stroll down memory lane.
Yeah.
Right? And LeBron James has a habit of going places, to me, okay, and shaking things up. All right? Now, remember when he went down to Miami, you know, at first it was all, oh, yo, big 3, we go on, 1, 2, 3, 4, forever. You know, that whole thing that he did. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade. You know, they won some, you know, they won, you know, they were the hype for a little while, but then things started to go downhill. And then when things started to go downhill, this is when LeBron James starts to shake things up. You know what I mean? He starts having problems. He starts having problems with the coach. You know what I'm saying? And this is what you know what? What? You know where I'm going with this?
Well, no, just you said the coach, and that should have been a WTF because the team bus left week 1.
I'm gonna get there. That's gonna be the honorary. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But you had a problem with Eric Spoelstra. I mean, somebody that, you know what I'm saying, somebody that won a championship, led you there. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was thinking that he was the main reason why they did that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to see like what do you call it? A pattern.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, so you leave Miami and then you go back to Cleveland. Okay? Y'all, oh man, I'm back to the land, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? Yo, start to check. You know, you win, you have some success. You know, you win a championship. Then you start losing. You know? And your boy Lou, he was supposed to be your boy. You know what I mean? Lou. Y'all was, you know, co-coaching together and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't like him no more. You get rid of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Then it's still no bueno. So then you take your talents west to the Lake Show. And I'm going to finish my story when I come back. So y'all don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
I'll be up in the way. 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 Rolling on my face. Gucci guilty on my face. I'll be up in the way. 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 Bedroom phone ring, girl in t-shirt answers me. I get off on the way that she answers me. First time saw her, I knew she was the one for me. Ever since then, we've been vibing on some chemistry. It's just a matter of time. I know she feeling my vibe. I got the keys to the ride. She put her hands on my thigh. She got that look in her eye. SL what I'm riding. Royalty, call me highness. All day and overnighted. Cause it's crunch time when I'm grinding. This Adderall got me nauseous. Proceed with caution. Tyler Lane.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new. Take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, it's a rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough. Show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. I know she couldn't get the feels off from me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark. Show enough, she couldn't get the feels off from me. We do whatever.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And welcome back to Storytime with Kescia.
As I was saying, no, seriously though. So now you're over here and you're in LA, and you ain't even give Bama's time to win. You know what I'm saying? And you're unhappy, and now you're starting shit once again with another organization. Okay, so. You know, you put a lot of pressure on the Lakers to get this damn Anthony Davis deal done. So what did they go to do to appease your ass? They offered up the whole entire damn team, which was a dangerous situation. Why was it dangerous? The deal did not go through. Now you have a whole team of young, talented basketball players. Like, all of them. You know, even Lonzo Ball booty broke up ass right now. Like, seriously, young, talented basketball players that is looking at you like right now, like, man, you ain't even want me. You know what I'm saying? You think I have no value. So now you got to play a second half of the season with a team that you should have been leading. You know what I mean? You should have embraced that role as a veteran leader. And to add the cherry on top, now you got a problem with Luke Wall. Mark, the bus.
Yeah. They left him at the hotel. Like, what's up with that? And remember, like a month ago, like there was rumors that he was trying to pressure the Lakers into firing Walton.
And I've heard like through the grapevine that he's trying to recruit Jason Kidd to come. Right. I've heard little whispers about that. So, you know, like, to me, these are the things that taint your legacy as a basketball player. You know, these are the things that, you know, people are going to talk about when they try to pitch you up against Kobe and Jordan.
When he lit into his players, his teammates, one of the things that he said was that to push yourself as a championship team, you have to play uncomfortable. And these guys are just comfortable. They're comfortable losing. Maybe he needs to realize how comfortable he is on the transition.
Right.
When he gets his top hat and his cane and just takes a Sunday stroll instead of actually playing.
Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black?
Defense, he's just out there taking a little stroll. Maybe it's his age. Maybe like he realized that's what Shaq did, but he didn't have the team that Shaq had around him on the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm starting to call this the LeBron James effect. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I mean, like, I just laid it all out on you. I just laid it all out on the table. Like, there's a pattern of behavior, you know, and to me, it's just really unfortunate because he really is a great human being and an excellent basketball player. You can't take those things away from him. But damn if you're not a damn cancer in the locker room. I'm sorry, yo. Yeah, I'm saying it. How the heck? Okay, as far as the whole bus thing, like when I read that story, of course I laughed. That was funny. But yeah, the more I thought about it, I'm like, yo, I would not be surprised if you orchestrated that shit.
Oh, for sure. That's the first.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have heard about people like, you know, players getting left behind on a water boy or some shit like that. Yo, you don't never hear about no coach, the head coach of the team getting left behind. That is somebody everybody is noticing. I mean, that's rough, man. That's rough, you know, and the Lakers, they're kind of right outside of it too. I think they might be right behind the Sacramento Kings or something like that. I mean, the opportunity is there for them to seize. I just feel like LeBron's is not going to make it happen. It's not going to make it happen, and that's unfortunate. And I just don't even know what the future of the Lakers is going to be like. If they don't make the playoffs, God only knows what's going to happen in the offseason.
Another rebuild.
Right. All holy hell is going to break loose. And for real, Magic Johnson, at some point, you need to put your foot down, dog. I know what you're trying to do. But at some point, you need to tell him to STFU. We done?
Yeah.
Damn!
Time's up.
Feel good story, real quick. Andre, let us get this feel good story in, yo.
Karl Anthony Towns, Minnesota Timberwolves, very fortunate to have survived a very heinous car accident. He had stopped for an accident that was in front of him, and he got hit from behind from a tractor trailer going about 35, 45 miles an hour.
Damn!
And according to what he was saying in an interview or whatever, apparently like 95% of people that are hit in similar circumstances die. So like he's 5% that survive.
Man, count your blessings, brother. Count your blessings. All right, that was a good one. Hey, man, that's all the time that we have for you tonight. Next weekend, we'll be in the full swing of spring training, man, so we can't wait to talk more baseball with y'all. You know how we end the show? Baltimore. Spread love, yo. Outsiders, have a great week.
You're doing a good job for your little island.
For your little country.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.